Mr. Longshot here. Welcome back to the garage for another Tooltip Tuesday. If you're still using a multimeter to diagnose electrical issues, throw that out and get yourself a power probe. So these things are great because of all the features they pack into one unit here. So I've added some extra stuff to my kit that I've used, some jumper wires, some extra leads, all that stuff, because it's kind of like my go-to electrical diagnostic kit. I just grab and throw it in the truck for road service stuff and going on trips and everything. So this is the Power Probe 4. They have multiple different versions. They all do different stuff. Let me set this out of the way. Okay, so here's your basic unit. We've got our power and ground clamps. We're going to hook these up. Now this unit is expandable. This is an expansion joint. You can buy extensions that plug right in. Why don't we have power? Because I hooked it up backwards. Okay. So we've got multiple things going on here. First of all, you have interchangeable ends. I call it the spear. This is a ground lead that you can put multiple, I believe they call these banana clips. So now this is a constant ground, and this device here has a trigger that lets me supply positive voltage or ground. Let me turn the beeper off. So while you're holding the positive voltage, this has battery voltage at the end, and this allows you a constant ground. So you can go anywhere on the car within the range of your cord, and you have power or ground and a constant ground. So this allows you to test relays. You can go and power window motors, all kinds of different stuff. There's a built-in breaker, and there's different modes. Let me bring you a little closer here. May not show up real well on the camera. No, it's not going to. So here we have tip voltage. So that lets me see positive, negative. This will also do a feed test. It'll do RMS on AC. It'll do frequency counter in hertz. You can do fuel injector test, all kinds of different stuff. My favorite is the voltage. It has a built-in circuit breaker so that if you accidentally overdraw through it, it trips and it resets in a few moments. This is a super handy tool to have. So in this example, this car was just running about 15 minutes ago and it randomly shut off. Now I have no power under the dash. So let's go over there and see what's going on. Okay, so now I've got my power probe over here by under the dash, and it has lights so that you can see where it is you're working. And this allows you to test for voltage or ground, source to ground, without having to have two leads in your hand with a multimeter and holding one thing on a ground. And this just allows a lot more flexibility. Plus, you can supply voltage through the tip. So if you need to check a relay or power a circuit, you can do that right from here. So this tool allowed me to very quickly see that I had no power under the fuse on any of the fuses under the dash, and by supplying voltage to the fuses and backfeeding the circuit, I was able to verify that everything still works and the car will still try to crank. So now I know that my problem is upstream from the fuse block, and we can go look at that under the hood. And here we found the problem. When they did the engine swap in this car, they didn't do a very good job with all the wiring, and the main power going to this relay that supplies the entire underhood fuse block has a bad splice here. By wiggling this, I was able to restore power under the dash. So now with the power probe, we found this problem in a jiffy. Could I have found it just as quick with a multimeter? Yes, but I wouldn't have been able to verify that that was the problem right away. So with the power probe, I found the problem, determined that we had no power at the fuse panel, and I was able to quickly verify that by supplying power to the fuse panel, everything worked again. And of note, it did not trip the breaker, so I knew I didn't have a short through the fuse panel somewhere. Alright guys, thanks for checking out Tooltip Tuesday Power Probe Edition. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the link, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, let me know in the comments down below how I can improve. Let me know if there's anything you think I should be doing, something you'd like to see covered on the channel, anything at all. Don't feel afraid to leave a comment. And again, thank you very much.